your own parents got divorced, and to have somebody then having a very successful marriage is brilliant to see from that, because the so-called, if you listen to what people say, oh, the chances are, the chances are. So maybe just tell us what you witnessed yourself and then how you got into all this.
Yeah, that's a great question. And the truth is, I witnessed a very happy marriage growing up. My parents loved each other very much, and they were affectionate, and they there were things. My mom was more social and wanting to go out and kind of do things and be with people and that kind of thing. And my dad was less. He was more, no, let's stay at home and relax. He worked hard during the day, that kind of a thing. But you know what? My mom accepted him for the way he was, and she went and did her thing on her own and kept herself happy. And so I witnessed a really healthy part in that she accepted the way that he was and didn't allow it to hold her back from enjoying the things that she enjoyed. And like I said, they had a very affectionate marriage, a good marriage. What happened was that there was a separation for a time when we were preparing to move, where my dad went to find a job in another city and ended up getting involved with another woman. So the divorce between my parents was very sudden and surprising. And I think that was a big part of the pain of it, is that I did have this happy home and this happy childhood, and then suddenly it's all gone. And so in that I was 17 when they divorced. So through college, I'm telling anybody that will listen, I'm never getting married. Are you kidding? So that I can be married for 20 some years and then he leaves me for another woman, forget about it, right? And so when I met my husband and told my mom, I think he's the one, I think we're going to get married, she was shocked. She said, I thought you weren't going to get married. And, but yeah, so it was so I had a good example that went bad. So I always felt challenged to discover, how do you keep that from happening? And obviously you can't keep that from happening, right? Because the only person I have control over is me. So the other people do what they're going to do, and I can't control that. So I did have to discover that too. But what ended up happening is my husband and I would say, have always had a happy marriage. But over the years, right, when two flawed human beings live together, there is a rub, right? And there is strife. And there were some areas in our marriage that were difficult and that were not being resolved and kind of building up over the years.